I purchased a Keppi 6000 bench and it arrived in April of 2026. And a lot of people are wondering, is this the best value and a high quality bench? And I would say absolutely yes. And me, just like a lot of other people, I'm concerned about the quality of what I receive, especially when you're paying, 350 or whatever it is for a bench like this. And I noticed the main concern that a lot of people have been having is the shipping quality. The early models of this that shipped, frankly, didn't have good packaging. And Keppi noticed this and heard the reports, and they upgraded their shipping. Now, this second edition of shipping still wasn't great. There was still stuff getting banged up by careless FedEx drivers. So Keppi said, you know what, screw it. We're really going to give it our all on this third edition. And I'm happy to say that they did a really good job with this new shipping method. They have custom foam inserts, and that makes all the difference. So, if build quality and shipping quality are the deciding factors for you on this, I would give it a 9 out of 10. There were no noticeable issues, and everything was extremely rock solid. The next thing on the docket is going to be features. That's where this is competing with, some of the lower priced rep benches and stuff like that. Does it have the features now to compete in that market? Because this is kind of the newer guy on the block. In my opinion, this thing edges out everything in its price class and it goes straight to competing with the more expensive stuff like the Rep Nighthawk, which is significantly pricier. This bench uses a pop pin style of adjustment for the incline and decline, which I am a huge fan of and gives you a lot of confidence and security in the angulation of the bench, no matter what angle you're using it from. Whereas the ladder styles wouldn't really make me feel confident, especially when I'm doing like decline sit ups and stuff. Now, this pop pin system is also taken advantage of with the leg roller, which comes free with the Keppi 6000, which is another huge selling point in my mind because with something even more expensive like the Blackhawk, you have to buy that separately. And that brings the total cost of the bench to nearly double what you'd be paying for this bench. This is a pretty heavy bench, but I wouldn't consider that a con as the handle and wheels make it easy to move and store, and that weight really adds to a feeling of secureness while you bench. On the topic of benching, the pads on this are firm but comfortable, and the fabric material seems to be a very high quality. They also included these little pads that you can use. I think everyone's pretty much just going to be using them for like arm isolation movements, but I'm sure you could get creative if you wanted to. They're pretty good quality. I wouldn't say they were like a deciding factor for me, but I think it is really nice that Kepi included these. And this review might sound overly positive, but that's because I'm really happy with my purchase, and I think Kepi decided they wanted to take over, or at least really heavily compete with, a certain segment of the bench market, and they did an incredible job setting things up and making improvements to make that happen. I can honestly wholeheartedly say that this might be one of the better values in the entire bench market right now. You get more features, equal quality, and now that their shipping issues are sorted out, I think this is just straight up going to be one of the top dogs.